I was on the members page today, and what I was doing was I was planning a few articles to write about in the coming weeks. Now with the members page, I like to keep it specific to them, whether it's to a group, to one of the questions that comes in with the teams, to one of the questions that comes in with a one-to-one. So with the members page, at least I know when I'm putting information up, it's addressing at least one person's concern or one person is wondering something and that's been answered on the page. More often than not, what I find is if one person's asking the question, many more are wondering it, they're just not asking. So that's where things get addressed there. Now, when I was looking over stuff to write about, I found an interesting study that was done in 2023 and I wrote about it in May of this year on the members page. I put up an article about it and I posted on the article, I said, imagine being able to improve your running in 5 minutes. This study was done in 2023. It's randomized and controlled. It's not a massive population study, or it's not a massive, I suppose, and there's not a massive analysis done on it. It's a very simple one, but that's why I liked it. So the study was titled Progressive Daily Hopping Exercises that Improves Running Economy in Amateur Runners. So that was the title. And again, it's randomized and controlled. So I liked that. The way it was set up was there was 34 amateurs. They split them into two groups. There was a control group and a hopping group. So group A and B. Over the course of 6 weeks, the control group just went and done their running plan, whereas the hop group spent 5 minutes of doing double leg hops before every running session, just 5 minutes. Now they weren't working for the full 5 minutes. What they did was on week 1, they done 10 seconds of hopping, 50 seconds rest. And every week, they dropped 10 seconds off the rest until they had a 5-minute window of 10 seconds hopping, 10 seconds rest. And they repeated that for that final week. So they just dropped a bit of time off, 10 seconds off each week. So again, a very basic study, but a very easy one to follow. The findings were, as you would expect, it significantly improved running. So what I mean by significantly improved running is people's running efficiency and economy were significantly improved, and then the respiratory exchange ratios were improved as well. That's a bit of a mouthful. They were when they compared the hopping group to the control group. Now, a few things to note on the whole study as a whole is it was primarily male. So out of the 34 amateur runners, there was 27 of them were male, and majority of the group were in their late 20s or early 30s. But I like this study because of the simplicity of it as well. It shows that simple things work and nothing has changed under the sun. It also shows that we don't need extremely fancy or extrapolated exercises to get from A to B, that the basics are still working and they're working very well. And something that I had spoken about, I think I put it in actually yesterday's post, was, are you training with intent? And it's amazing what 10 seconds of actual intent can get you over the course of 5 to 6 weeks, and how it has improved the efficiency, the economy. As I said, the respiratory exchange ratios improved. So the simple things do work. But there is a little issue here, and it's something that's definitely popped up a few times. I've always programmed variations of hops, jumps, landing mechanics, things like that. Even for someone who isn't in an athletic field, for someone who maybe just starting out running, I've always had a little bit of hopping before they run or in one of their other days, just to help with their ankle stiffness, their tendons, their ligaments, their ground contact time, things like that. But people feel like dickheads when they're hopping around the place, especially in public gyms. So the beauty about this is something, if you're very uncomfortable doing it in a gym, it's something that you can go out and you can actually just get your hops in your warm-up before you actually go on your run outside where no one's around, if that's something that makes you more comfortable. But I suppose the last thing I'll say on this is that success definitely leaves clues. And if you go and look at any of the best runners out there in any sport, you will see that they are hopping, they're bounding, they're skipping, they're doing their landing mechanics, they're improving their rate of force development. They're doing all of these things. They're improving their ground contact time. They're looking at their ankle and knee stiffness. If you want to just bring it down to basics, they're all doing double leg hops continuously. So if that's something that you feel is lacking, or something that you feel, you've been running a while, but you think you can get things a little bit better, or you think you should be a little bit further on, maybe try implement some double leg hopping into your warm-ups for the next few weeks and see how you get on.